getting into carpentry work has been one of the greatest opportunities I've ever experienced. And coming from corporate America, I've been on both sides of the spectrum. Wearing tailor-made suits, corporate meetings, business class, corporate credit card, to now being a contractor and a handyman, LLC, business credit, business banking, all of that stuff. I've seen and have been successful and continue to be successful in both aspects of this thing. Call you right back, brother. And this is why I say over and over and over again, and one of my favorite scriptures is, the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. I said last year I had to turn down $89,000 worth of business. Why? Because I didn't have the help. And it is definitely frustrating. And I see it over and over and over again, how the harvest is plenty. What we're seeing now is an influx of people moving from the cities, and they're moving to places like the towns that I'm near: Paducah, Mayfield, Benton, Murray. All of these little towns in Western Kentucky, they're flourishing. Business is flourishing on every aspect because people are getting out of the cities. They're tired of the cities. And they're moving, they're selling all of their real estate, which is in the hundreds, if not millions of dollars, and they're coming out here. I mean, let me tell you, some of the houses, I'm driving out here, right? And I want you to just see some of the houses that are out here. You see that? I mean, these are, this is my neighborhood. I live in this area. And these are the houses that are out here. I'm just going to show you. Just to give you a visual. You see, I remember when that house was for sale, went for $200,000, a little mini farm. Look at these houses. I mean, and on the other side of me, there is pasture. But look at these houses. See these houses? I mean, just beautiful. And people, what they're doing is they're moving out of these cities, and they got money. And they're looking for laborers. They're looking for people that know how to do work because they want to remodel, they want to expand. And let me tell you, tens of thousands of dollars worth of work. I mean, look at this. I mean, that's a new garage right there. You see that garage right there? That's new. Look at these homes. I mean, just beautiful out here. I mean, look at this. I mean, just on and on. That's new. All of this stuff is new. That's new. That's a new building. I know because I drive past it all of the time. Goat pasture over there. More homes back there. Now to the right of me is just pretty much all pasture. Look at that. You can't see it, but it goes down. You can't even see the house back there. But they're looking for people that know how to work, that know how to put their hand to the plow. Big field out there. Look like they planted corn. No, it don't look like they planted anything yet. But they're looking for people that know how to work, that know how to put their hand to the plow, and that's willing to work. They're willing to pay cash. They're willing to pay. But again, the problem is the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. People just don't want to work. And what I think happened during COVID, that guy, we built that guy over there, we built a pole barn for him. He owns some property on the other side. A town, and we built a pole barn for him a long time ago, about 6-7 years ago. But I know these people as well. Most of these, some of these, they're double wides. The guy built an extension off of that one right there. I mean, these are just beautiful, beautiful people. This is where I live. This is my neighborhood. You see that home right there? Beautiful. And then there's homes where it's like way off in the cut. You can't even see what's going on. But I tell you, over and over and over again. But I think what happened, and this is a perfect example. Now you can't see it, but it goes all the way down. You can't even see the property. I've never been down there, but it's a big sprawling property. On the other side here, you can't see it, but it's a nice big old home. See that? I don't know if you can see it. And then there's more land over here. But, you're talking about upper middle class neighborhood. The majority of these homes are paid for. Another beautiful home right here in Pasture. I mean, I could just go on and on and on and on and on. But I think something happened with COVID. You know what I mean? People just don't want to work anymore. They don't want to put their hands to the plow. But it's created opportunities for people that do want to work. Another beautiful home right there, and you see that right there? That's new, right there. I'm showing you new development after new development after new increased production, and they're growing corn. So that's their land. So they own that, and then they own all this land right here. This is my neighborhood. So what I think has happened is that, what people just don't want to work anymore. And the people that do work, they do shoddy work. It's sad that they do shoddy work, but that's what's taking place. And so what's happening is that they're looking for people that's looking to do good, honest work. And I was just now at Lowe's, and they were like, a buddy of mine, he was like, yeah, I gave, your phone number. This is another guy. This guy, beautiful little property right here. I mean, just beautiful property. Goes all the way down in there. I know the guy there had, we drink Crown Royale every once in a while. But we, have a problem. And that problem is that it's hard to find good workers, real good workers. Another good property is interesting. This property over here, I've done work over here. Where is it at? There's another property up there. I've done work over here as well. It's another big property over there. Which one is it? Right here. I've done work in this house as well. I don't know if you can see back there, but I mean, it's sprawling back there. Big, beautiful property. And that goes, with, developing relationships with your neighbors, people that you live around. But, what folk got to understand is this. You got to understand something real simple. The opportunities are out there. And you don't have to exploit anybody. You don't have to take advantage of anybody. Look at all these people are, goats. I see all of these properties. Big landowner over here. Owns all of this acreage. Beautiful pieces of land. Beautiful little homesteads. But you don't have to take advantage of anybody. There's more than enough money to go around. There's more than enough opportunity to go around because the harvest is plenty. So, I'm in Lowe's, and I'm just talking to the guy. I had to pick up some spray. I had to pick up just some of this stuff because I'm doing some drywall work. But he was like, yeah, I gave your phone number to someone. that, they hiring somebody, meth head, somebody that's on, some type of drug. This is why I tell people, if people are on drugs, don't hire them. If their teeth is jacked up, don't hire them. This is why I tell clientele all the time. But he was like, yeah, they need somebody to come in and, the uneven floors and they jacked it up. This is why, just like women, I don't fix broken women. I don't invest my time, energy, and effort in fixing any kind of broken women. I just don't do it. And nor do I come behind clientele and attempt to fix shoddy work from other carpenters. It's just a nightmare. I just hate dealing with those kinds of clients. I just don't do it. It's just not worth my time. It's just too stressful. And that's why I don't do it. I don't care what they're willing to pay me. I said, nah, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in getting paid, regardless of what, they're interested in paying. Nah, I'm not interested at all. But that's why it's so important to do good work. But again, you ain't got to take advantage of anybody. This is why, it's so sad when, you hire people, you come, especially brothers, you come and, and you pay them whatever they want and stuff. And then, at the same time, they don't want to work. Again, this property, this is my next door neighbor right here. And I did all that fencing. I don't know if you can see it, but I did all of the fencing over there. You see, I know my neighbors. I do business with my neighbors. And it's so important to do business with your neighbors and develop relationships with your neighbors. I tell you these things because not only am I a hero, I'm a doer. I've done these things. I've accomplished these things. It's so important to understand what's going on with this stuff. But I'm telling you, man, if you're willing to put in that work, if you're willing to get the job done, man, the opportunities are just so beautiful. They're so plentiful. Home now. Get right here. Open up the door. The importance of having a nice long driveway. I tell you, man. Nice long driveway. But that's why it's just so important for you to develop those relationships, because there's so much opportunities out here. I mean, the opportunities are they're just plentiful. But you got to be willing to work. You got to be willing to put in the time and energy and and effort in order to get things done. And I'm telling you, man, when you do that, you'll never want for anything. The opportunities are just there. They're just bountifully there. But you got to be willing to put in the work. The goats chilling on my front porch. But this is what I'm talking about. We could be so much, much more powerful if we understood this. But we live in an age where everybody just want to exploit and get over because they don't want to work. They don't want to work. They don't want to put in the effort. But if you are willing to put in the effort, network with other people that are willing to put in the effort, and you'll get the increase. I promise you that. That's my testimony, and it can be yours.